Yeah, my name's Julian Sturdy. I'm the Conservative parliamentary candidate for York Outer at the next general election.
Julian, what do you know about the situation with the new community stadium in York?
I know quite a bit about it, and I think it's a really important issue with the community stadium. I'm a great believer that we need a community stadium for York. I'm a great believer in sport in the city, and I think sport plays a huge role in our community, not only in the city of York but in the wider and surrounding villages. And I think it's really important that we push forward for this facility. I know it's been ongoing for many years now, back since the early 2000s. I realise the position that York City Football Club is in at the moment regarding the funding issue and the grants that are running out on the stadium. And I strongly believe that we have to make sure we keep the long-term viability of York City Football Club, York City, the rugby league team, York City Knights, and other facilities and other sporting facilities into it.
And how important do you think York City Knights and York City Football Club are to the community?
I think they're really important. I mean, okay, you look at the fan base. York City Football Club might be sort of bringing about 2,500, 3,000 fans at the moment to an average home game. But then you look at what happened when they got to Wembley last season and took over 10,000 down to Wembley. It's a lot wider than just the core support that go and see them on a Saturday. And I believe, let's hope that they get promoted this season, and that will be a great boost for the city. It's not just the football club; it will be a real great boost for the city. I mean, listen, my first memory of going to a football match was at Bootham Crescent. We went to watch York City. My father took me to my first football match there. It was when York played Liverpool in the FA Cup. Fourth round, I think it was a 1-1 draw, and I remember catching the bus in with some of my friends to queue for tickets to get to go to Anfield to watch the replay. It's a hugely important part of community life, and so is the York City Knights and the Rugby League. We've got to really have to fight for it. It's very important.
How big a blow would it be if either of them were to cease to exist in a few years' time?
Huge blow. I mean, sport plays a tremendous role in our community, whether it's York City Football Club, York City Knights, the Poppleton Tigers junior football team, to York Cricket Club, the local village teams around about York Outer. They play a huge role, and it's really important that we fight to keep them. I would certainly pledge to do all that I can if I was elected as the MP for the community stadium, and to make sure we had a vibrant football team, what I could do, and rugby league team. It is important. It's not just the playing of the sport, but it's what their roles in the wider community, and they do play a huge role in the wider community. That mustn't be forgotten.
So if I was a York City Knights fan or a York City Football Club fan and wondering what Julian Sturdy could do to secure the stadium, what would you say?
I would say that, as I said, in my previous answer, if I was fortunate enough to be elected as the MP for York Outer, I would certainly, one of the things I would do also is I'd work closely with whoever was the MP for York Central. Obviously, I hope that's a Conservative MP, but I think it's important that whoever is elected as the two MPs for the York Outer and the York Central seat, that they work together on this. This shouldn't be seen as a political issue. This is above party politics. This is what's best in the best interest in the future of the city and the surrounding areas, and I would work closely with all political parties, all members of the community, to secure the future of the football club and the rugby league club. I think it's really important.